First up, Air Force rescue and relief operations are going on a war footing in Jammu and Kashmir. Two IL-76 and one AN-32 aircraft are carrying 50 tons of relief material for those stranded. This includes food, water, medical supplies and boats for rescuing people. NDRF and Red Cross personnel are also being airlifted to Srinagar. Air Force has also begun operations that actually started last night. We're getting you latest pictures of relief operations that have now started in Jammu and Kashmir. The Air Force also now participating in rescue efforts, pressing its choppers and airplanes into service. Motor boats are being airlifted to Srinagar. These motorboats will be used to rescue people who've been left stranded in places where roads have been blocked. Let's get in a word from Jugal Purohit, who's with us this morning from Jammu. Jugal, take us through what's happening there right now.
Simi, as we understand, the Air Force, of course, is continuing its efforts. And last night, as we're now putting out for our viewers, two IL-76, cargo carriers ferried around 50 tons worth of ration equipment like boats, medical supplies, tenting facilities. Even AN-32 aircraft did the same. That apart, 26 helicopters, of which 22 are medium lift helicopters, have been dedicated towards this job. 16,000 men from the army, several from the NDRF and the state administration are already at work. The only respite that now seems to be emerging, even as communication links remain out, it's impossible virtually to speak to people in Srinagar. But the only respite now is what the weather department tells us, and it says that for the next entire week, there's no forecast of rain. There is going to be brighter, drier, sunny days ahead for the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and this should mean music to the ears of people who for the last 1 week almost have been battered by incessant torrential rains. And this window, which is coming our way, should hopefully help the armed forces and the administration to evacuate people out of danger areas. Mostly the approach will be towards targeting population centers like cities, district headquarters. Essentially, we are aware and have been reporting that it's the Srinagar city which is now under water. That apart, districts of South Kashmir, especially Pulwama, Anantnag, Kulgam, these are the districts which are most severely affected. And I am right now on board a flight which was attempting to fly into Srinagar, but because of low visibility, it could not and was diverted to Jammu. And it's a heart-rending scene, because out here what we are seeing is that there are people who are unable to reach their loved ones, so they've taken the flight to go and search for themselves. And this, as we are aware, is against the odds, because it's virtually impossible to get out of the airport also. But then such is the human spirit. People are taking it to themselves to try and search for their relatives, not able to reach them on the phone. So it is quite a scene actually to speak of. And as I said, the only respite in all of this is that there will be a window of one entire week where there is no rain predicted and brighter, sunnier days are ahead.
Right, and snapped communication lines, meanwhile, proving to be quite a challenge for rescue work. Jugal Purohit taking us through what's been happening across the state as far as relief from the Army and IF is concerned. Jugal, thanks so much for that update. We'll keep coming back to you for more.